Okay, so before we start today, I have got a new microphone. I'm not entirely sure what the best sort of settings are for it now, but hopefully it sounds better than the one I was using before. Hello everyone and welcome back to more Norwich City bouncing back, and it's the final episode of the domestic season. It's the FA Cup final. I'm not wearing a suit or anything, but well, we'd like to win if we can after what happened last time. Now, I've been thinking about this a lot. You can see the league table there. I recorded the last 3 episodes in one sitting on Saturday. I've not played the save since then. It's now Wednesday as I record this. And I think my one overriding emotion is just sadness. I don't know. I don't feel... There's been saves before where I've been angry. Angry at myself, angry at my own players, angry at the opposition, angry at, other things, or, disappointment, or, feeling that we should have done better. And equally, there's been plenty of times, both in this save and in other saves, where we've done far better than we should do. And we've had a fantastic kind of like fluke victory in something. This one, I don't really know what to feel beyond sadness, because I don't really think we could have done any better. I mean, arguably we should have won the league, right? Some of these draws, 10 draws, this is kind of where the issue was. Some of these matches, if we'd held on against Everton, maybe, that's something. We should have beaten Brentford for sure. Aston Villa, we should have beaten them really. But even still, I do feel we kind of did the best we could do. I mean, there's the sort of early results, if we look at the actual fixtures, the early results in the season, I was not expecting a title challenge here. Some of these performances and some of these results, I was not expecting any sort of title challenge at all. And then obviously that's what ended up happening with particularly this wonderful sequence of results here. But this happens sometimes. You don't always get that kind of fairy tale. It did feel like it was kind of going to be our destiny. Like when Leicester won the league, it just felt like it was in the stars, but not on this occasion. Liverpool have won the league again, and they're just kind of a machine. What concerns me about this, is the fact that they've won with 80 points, which if we just flick through here, is the lowest amount of points that they have got in the entire save. It's also the lowest amount that any team is needed to win the league. They are frequently getting in the 90s. I feel that all things considered, what we did was the absolute best that we could possibly do, and it still wasn't enough for a Liverpool that weren't particularly great. I mean, I say they weren't particularly great. They still scored 95 goals compared to our 54. If we had lost on goal difference, it would have been even more heartbreaking, but we've lost fewer games than them, and we've only won 1 game fewer as well. But anyway, we move on. We've got the FA Cup final, and we've got 2 more seasons to go. It has been, if this is the best it's been, if this is the best we can ever do, then at least it was fun. A record low number of defeats in a season for Norwich at 5, the highest league position in the club's history. That is fantastic. And then in terms of awards, well, Michael Hansen won Young Player of the Year, which is good news from an England perspective. Dean Henderson, who I do criticise him a lot, but he's won the Golden Glove. 23 clean sheets, and we've not won the league, is a little bit depressing. He has had a fantastic season. It has been his best season of his entire career, really. And the Team of the Year, Henderson is in there, along with Mepham and Maddison, who have both been absolutely phenomenal. One of my other concerns, James Maddison, he's had his best season ever. He's been absolutely scintillating. Chelsea want to sign him. That's not going to happen, but his physicals are taking a bit of a knock. He's down to 11 pace. I don't know if he's going to be able to hold the distance. Is this the best he's ever going to get? Probably, but we shall see. I mean, the board are absolutely thrilled. They wanted us to qualify for the Europa League and be best of the rest. We've done that, and we've also challenged for the Premier League title 4 years ahead of schedule. I mean, yep, hopefully they don't take that to their heads a bit too much. Oh, and now Dele Alli's unhappy because when I renewed his contract, because his contract was expiring in the summer, I renewed it just so we didn't lose him on a free. He wants to play as an attacking midfielder, a central role, which we don't obviously use, so he's unhappy about that. If he wants to leave, I'm quite happy to sell him. The only reason I renewed it was so we didn't lose him for free. I'm very happy to sell him. But we will go to Wembley, we will play the FA Cup final, and then we'll look at the end of season review type stuff and see what we can really do. We haven't got very much money this summer, but we'll see what we can do to see if we can finally overtake Liverpool and win the league, if that's even going to be possible. The Arsenal manager, Filippo Inzaghi, has been sacked, and apparently the leading candidate for the job is Richard Stearman, who is currently the manager of Swindon Town, who are finished League One in 15th place. I mean, what? Arsenal fans, can you imagine Arsenal fan TV if they hire the Swindon Town manager? He's not even done. I mean, he was the assistant manager at Rochdale before. Has he won anything in his career? He's won nothing. I mean, if they actually hire him, that will be outstanding. And if we could win, it would be a first victory in the FA Cup for the club. Never even been in the final before. We could do a team meeting. I mean, I don't know. Ease pressure on them until they're not expected to win. I mean, we are expected to win, really, I think. Okay, so obviously Colin Dunn and Ben Godfrey can't play in this one as they are cup tied, which is unfortunate, especially Colin Dunn has played quite well of late. But anyway, the team for this one is going to be the team that really got us as close as they did in the league. Dean Henderson is going to be in goal. Lewis, Tamori, Mepham and Aarons is the defence. Mepham and Aarons are upset because, well, some of my team meeting promises coming back to bite me. Basically, right at the start of the season, I said, like I always do, we'll play the youth players. I consider the fact that we've played Murray McCunny quite a lot to be doing that, as has our playing of Ryan Davis. Apparently they disagree. However, although they are now upset that apparently the promise has been broken, and it says so on the dynamic screen, they have not come to speak to me. There's not been an opportunity for me to speak to them about it. So I think that's kind of broken. Maybe they'll do it after the final. I don't know. But yeah, it's gone a bit weird. Hopefully won't be an issue though. Maddison, Chowdhury and Cook is the midfield. Vernon's on the left. Brooks is on the right. And Murray McCunny is, of course, up front. Can we win yet another trophy? That would be quite good. Newcastle, managed by Wayne Rooney, of course, have had quite a decent end to the season. Of course, if we'd beaten Newcastle when we drew 2-2 with them, we would have been champions as well. There's more drop points, but yeah, they're quite good. Yeah, Noah Solomon, of course, someone we want to sign, or at least wanted to before we signed Colin Dunn. This is not going to be easy, but I expect nothing but a win. Nevertheless, come on, we can do it. Let's end the season in a fantastic way. We have actually only lost one game in a very long time, and that was, of course, the pretty much title decider against Liverpool. And we got a corner early on. James Maddison puts it in. Mepham he's not scored, so maybe he is feeling a bit sad, but it's been cleared by the Newcastle defence. Here's Max Aarons, also sad, but rides a challenge from Salomon. It's apparently decided to be given as a foul. It's definitely not in the box. It's definitely not a penalty. And apparently it's a penalty. Okay, well, I mean, I really didn't think that was inside the area. I'm not bothered at all. James Maddison to step up to give us a lead here at Wembley. He's hit the post, and then the rebound has been put out by Newcastle. That was brilliant. I mean, hopefully his corner's better than his penalty. Puts it in. It's cleared. Gets another go at it. I mean, not the best start, James. He just kicked it straight at that man. Let's try again, James. Come on, wake up, mate. Wake up. It's cleared, and that's probably going to be that. Really, he's going to have another go. Yet another go. No, he's just offside. I mean, now David Brooks is injured. I mean, just not a great start, really. Another corner from Maddison. It's cleared again by Mendoza, and yeah, we're still going. Still trying to do it. Still trying to work any sort of chance at all. Aarons rides a challenge this time, but brilliant from Max Aarons. Keeps it going, puts it in. The attempted scissor kick there from Maddison didn't quite come off. It's gone to Jamal Lewis on the left-hand side. He's been tackled. He's still going. Vernon's there. Peter Vernon, who is probably the man most in need of an upgrade, despite this only being his first season, gets a goal. I mean, it's been a chaotic first 25 minutes. It's fair to say, but Jamal Lewis does some good stuff on the left-hand side, gets a bit of luck, and then Vernon squeezes it through a crowd of bodies. It's been the James Maddison show so far for all the wrong reasons, but Vernon gives us the lead. Maddison again, it's yet another corner. Mepham cleared by Mendoza again. He's all action today. Vernon now on the right-hand side, trying to find anybody. He's found David Brooks. Back to Vernon, puts it in. It's cleared off the line by Newcastle. We're still going forwards though. 36 minutes gone. We've apparently only had one shot on target, and that was the goal, but it's been completely dominant. Maddison swings the ball in again, bounces down to Lewis Cook. We should be at least more than 1-0 up. We've just hit the crossbar. Vernon again involved. Well, I mean, all action is fair to say. How we are only 1-0 up, I do not know, but there we are. First time we've really seen Newcastle on the ball. They'll probably score, won't they? They'll probably score. It's the missed interception from Max Aarons, Brady running forwards, Carlson, Salomon's lurking on the edge of the area. Vinegri on the left runs past there. Salomon, we managed to block it, but it's still with Newcastle. How is this going to end up in our net? Chowdhury's missed it. Good tackle from Mepham. Aarons has stumbled over himself and, well, he's recovered it in the end. David Brooks is doing something really stupid. Why are we running towards the goal? What has Chowdhury done there? Luckily, Henderson's awake and clears it. What on earth was that? Carlson with the corner for Newcastle after we nearly gifted them a goal, and Mendoza heads over. I mean, I know it's the end of the season, but Hamza Chowdhury with the worst back pass I've ever seen. I mean, there were so many players there. He just aimed straight for them. Right, we need to make a change. I'm going to bring on Marcus Edwards for David Brooks because, of course, he has got that little bit of an injury and getting a bit tired. Newcastle seemingly in the ascendancy after that recent highlight for them. Denise, forwards, Carlson, shot. Henderson saves it. Max Aarons, I thought he was going to run it over the goal line. Into the 70s now. It's still 1-0 to us. They've had 6 shots on target, apparently. I really don't know. James Maddison, it's not been his finest game. And now Ryan's going to take the corner. The apprentice is the apprentice to the master. And, well, if that's the future, then the future is bright. James Maddison has not provided a corner assist for quite some time from what I recall. But Ryan Davis finds the target into the box. And Chris Mepham is there to meet it, as he so often has been for James Maddison. Now it is an assist for the youngster, and I think that is probably going to be that. Marcus Edwards has got an injury now as well. I'm not really bothered by that. Chowdhury comes off for Shackleton, so he doesn't do anything else stupid. I'm not even going to go defensive. We're 2-0 up. I'm taking the risk. We're 2-0 up. They're not going to score 2 goals. The time is up. The time is over. We might not have won the league, but at least we've won the FA Cup. Very nice indeed. Yet another piece of silverware. We are a cup side. We are very good at winning cups. Not necessarily the league. I mean, we won the championship, I guess, but not the league. That might not be for us, but the FA Cup. And what a run we've had, by the way. We've had to knock out both Manchester clubs and Liverpool to get here. I think this is more than deserved. Certainly a very nice way to end what has been overall a fantastic, fantastic season. You have to say, you can't have everything. I think it would be quite interesting to see if we hadn't been knocked out of the Europa League when we were, would things have been different? I don't think we'd have done as well in the league with the amount of fixtures we had in April anyway. But well done, boys. Great victory. Another piece of silverware. Norwich's first ever FA Cup. So close to being a double, but at least we got this. Successfully mugged off Wayne Rooney again as well. 4 million for that is quite a good amount of money for that one. We've led Norwich to glory. The board are absolutely delighted with us. That is for sure. And there we see the FA Cup right there on the season review. I mean, how many trophies is that? I've kind of lost count. So we won the Championship, we won the League Cup, we won this now. We've won the Europa League twice and the Euro Cup too as well. 6 trophies and nearly winning the league as well is not bad. So transfers this season, I mean, we did assign a couple of players in January who never really had much of an opportunity, but I think Godfrey and Dunn will help out immensely next season. Obviously, Fikayo Tomori has been an absolute superstar. Apart from his mistake very early on, he has been the real difference maker, to be honest. And there's the Premier League table once again. I mean, yeah, as it says there, we found form in the middle of the season and never looked back. The run we went on was truly outstanding. If we can do that next year, who knows? Financially, we're looking pretty good, as you know, we've got a big amount of money left in the bank, to be honest. Broadcast revenue is down, I guess, because we didn't go as far in Europe as we normally do, but a huge amount more prize money. That is quite nice. And shirt sales, Tomori is number 1. It's in some kind of weird Tetris piece shape, but anyway, there we go. Team of the season, I think, is pretty much what you would expect. This is the lineup we played for most of the year. Henderson, Lewis, Tomori, Mepham, Aarons, Cook, Maddison, Chowdhury, Vernon, Brooks and McCunney. I mean, Jamie Shackleton came in. He played in place of Chowdhury sometimes, mostly in place of Cook. But Cook, you know, he came back strong as the preferred option there. Player of the season is once again Chris Mepham. I think I would have given it to Maddison this year. I mean, I love Chris Mepham. He's always outstanding. But this has been James Maddison's year. We would not have done anywhere near as well without him. Murray McCunny gets Young Player of the Season. Finally, Murray McCunny started coming good. We'll look at his scoring tally in a second. Oh, it's right there. 18 goals, 19 assists for Maddison. That was the difference. Tomori has been excellent, as we kind of would expect for the price. So yeah, overall, it's been absolutely fantastic, and you can't really look past that in any way, shape or form. Overall, best 11 is looking like that, and yeah, I mean, what more can you say? What do the board want for next year? This is always usually not accurate. They usually change their mind after the league reset. Yeah, they want us to qualify for Euro Cup too. I mean, last year they said top half and then they wanted Europa League, so this will probably be Champions League when we come back, but I'm just going to accept it anyway. I think it's certainly been interesting to time the team meeting, and I've just promised them we'll play young players again, so that will obviously come back to bite me. We're not paying any tax this year, which is good. Is that because of how much money we spent? We've got 146 million still, so it's a bit weird. But anyway, our facilities have been downgraded, youth and training. Can we sort this out, please, board? They are going to do it. Not that we've ever really had more than about 2 regens who are actually any good, but there we go. But anyway, that is going to be that for today and for the season as well. It didn't quite go how it looked like it was maybe going to go, but it still was far better than I ever thought it would be. We will be back next time for the European Championships with England. Have I shown you the group for this? We've got Austria, Belgium and Romania, which is actually quite tricky. I don't know how we're going to do in this, but we'll give it a go. We are the holders, of course, when Sean Dyche won it 4 years ago. We'll see what we can do. And then after that, we will, of course, be back for another season, season 9 with Norwich City. I mean, in terms of what I want to do, I mean, you look at the average rating, Vernon's probably the one, but then he scored in the cup final. He's still young. He's only 21 years old. He is only going to get better. But I do think potentially another winger might be the option. I mean, maybe another striker to compete with Murray McCunny, I don't know. The defence, as long as they all stay physically fine, which, I mean, they're in their 30s, but that shouldn't really be an issue. The defence are fine. Midfield, I think really this position, the deep line playmaker position, the rating is just never really particularly good this year, at least in terms of the system we use. So I do think another winger, bit more of a higher quality option there, that's probably the only real position we can strengthen in based on the money we've got. We can only really afford to buy one player unless we sell somebody for a big amount of money. There's players we can sell. Dele Alli, someone we could potentially look to move on for a reasonable amount of money, and then another box-to-box midfielder could be a good option, but then really there is not anyone better than what we've already got that we would be able to get, unless we can maybe get Mason Mount or someone like that, but I don't think he'd be interested. But thank you very much for watching, and thank you very much for watching during the whole season and the whole save so far. Make sure you leave a like if you haven't done so already. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't done so already, and I will see you next time.